I want to talk a little more on my book, Decoded. Actually, I have compiled this book in such an interesting way. I am telling you that when you will begin reading it, you will get immersed into it and you will start feeling so good and so entertaining also, actually, because I have not written long paragraphs into the book. What I have done, I have tried to arrange the entire knowledge into shorter into shortest possible ways. I mean, instead of going for long paragraphs, I went for headings. I divided the book into sections, uh, even into the chapters. I have already told you that I have categorized the book into six parts, and in each part there are five chapters. And then in each chapter, I have not written long paragraphs. What I've done, I have divided even the chapters into sections, and in very concise and brief way, and in very entertaining way. I explained you everything. I keep on unfolding all of the truths, and I'm telling you, you must have experienced it yourself. You must have seen your friends experience it. I mean, these are not just vague or lies or fake things which I have written into the book. If you'll start reading it, you will know that it is somewhere happening, maybe with you or maybe with some of your friend. This is the level of truth which I have written in this book in very concise and brief and in very entertaining way also. I am telling you, when you will begin reading the book, you will find that you are not only learning out of it, you are also getting entertained through this book. If you stay with me, I want to read the last section of the first chapter. So, just by reading the last section of the first chapter, I will be able to tell you that how much interesting the book is. And one more thing which I have done to make the book interesting, after every chapter, I have added or I have written a real life case study. Yes, with the Indian name, with the Indian background, I have added a case study, a real life case study after every chapter. And I'm telling you, when you'll go through those case studies, you will be not only entertained, but you'll feel good that how interestingly I am able to explain you everything. So if you stay with me, I just want to read the last section of the first chapter simply to tell you that how interesting, and wisdom giving book this is, how it is going to raise your level of awareness and make you realize so many truths about women, about relationship, about dating, and about yourself also being a man, that what you need to be, how you need to be. So stay with me. I'm reading the last section, section 6, uh, and then I will go through the case study. So I'm reading the last section of the first chapter. Section 6, what to believe instead. You don't need to become cold, cruel, or manipulative. There are five other sections before this section in the first chapter, and all section. Don't think these are very lengthy sections and lengthy paragraphs which I have written. You'll get the idea when I'll finish reading this section. So in this section, I've written, you don't need to become cold, cruel, or manipulative, but you need to become clear. Real love is reciprocal, earned, grounded in mutual effort, built on respect, not fantasy. And real men set emotional boundaries, walk away when disrespected, give from strength, not desperation, observe, test, and choose, not chase and beg. Bollywood can keep the violence. You need silence, stillness, and standards. Your move. Now, actually, in the chapter, there is a scenario. Now, tactical actions, what you need to do. First of all, unlearn romantic programming. Write down 3 movie scenes that emotionally impacted you. Ask, did this happen in your life? Did it benefit or sabotage you. Second point under the heading tactical actions, reframe your beliefs. Instead of I must show her I care, say she will see I care when she earns my investment. Now, the third point under the tactical actions, start seeing patterns, not potential. Don't wait for her to change. Don't assume she is different. Observe her actions, not your hopes. Now, after every chapter, before case study, I have written one rule. So, after first chapter, after going through the first chapter, you will get to read to the first masculine rule. And that first masculine rule is if it only works in movies, it won't work in life. Stop chasing fiction, start mastering reality. And now, after this, there is a real life case study. So, in this first chapter, the case study is The Fall of Aman, a modern romantic tragedy. Aman wasn't weak, he was just raised on the wrong script. Aman was a smart, emotionally aware guy in his late 20s. Engineer, decent looks, stable income, soft spoken, the kind of man most people would call marriage material. He met her at work, confident, funny, magnetic. She complimented his kindness, said he was rare. They shared playlists, late night chats, chai breaks at 4 p.m. She called him bestie. He called her the one. But over time, she became less responsive. She stopped picking his calls. Her replies became colder, shorter, delayed. Still, Aman doubled down. He bought her a Kindle for her birthday, waited outside her apartment with flowers, listened to her rants about guys who only want one thing, never realizing she was sleeping with one of them. When she finally told him she was seeing someone, he cried. She said, I didn't mean to hurt you. You are such a good friend. And just like that, she was gone. And after this case study, I have written what actually went wrong there and what Aman should have done instead. It will get pretty lengthy, so I'm not going into this what went wrong and what Aman should have done instead section. And there is a section which is called key takeaway after every chapter. So I'm directly skipping to the key takeaway in this first chapter and in the case study which I have just read for you. So I'm skipping what went wrong and I'm skipping what Aman should have done instead. So now when you'll come to the key takeaway section of the first chapter. So in the key takeaway of this chapter, I've written Aman didn't lose because he was bad. He lost because he believed the movies more than the mirror. Don't let her, you are such a good guy, be the eulogy for your self respect. Decode the game before it rewrites your worth. So, boys, that was the end of first chapter, and I have just read it for you so that you can get an idea that how interesting, how entertaining, how informative, and how realistic the book is going to be. Because in every chapter, I have given you a case study from the real life example or keeping the background of India and Indian. I mean, I'm talking about Indian people, and I have used Indian name everywhere in the book. So you are going to build very good connection with the book while you are reading it, and in very interesting and entertaining way you are going to get all of the awareness and all of the lessons which you must know as a man to sail through the dating world or the romantic world today, when so many things have changed